Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. I haven't done a makeup video in like forever, so I'm so excited to actually paint my face. Going out for dinner tonight, so this is a bit of a get ready with me, but I'm also going to be testing out some new products. I do like to keep you up to date with my makeup kit, so I have a few things from Beauty Bay that I bought with my own pennies, and I'm going to be reviewing a completely honest review. I've already moisturized my face, but I'm going to start with my eyes first. Always start with my eyes first. The first thing I'm going to use is this Ava Graphic Brow Fix in Arsenic. This is a brow gel in like a medium brown colour, and I think it'll be perfect for my eyebrows. I've had them laminated, but they're coming up to their 2-month period where they're not so much laminated. I'm going to fluff up my brows with them. This is one of the products that I got from Beauty Bay, by the way. And I wouldn't say it was like a really thick brow gel, but it does do the job. I tend to only use brow gels that are transparent, so this is quite unusual for me. I think it has like spiked them up a little bit, but I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's very stiff. This one you can see wants to go down. This one is a bit more fluffier. So yeah, I'm not sure about this. I'm gonna have to keep using it. So the next product that I got from Beauty Bay was this LA Girl concealer. I've heard so much about their concealer. I used their foundation a couple of times. So this is the shade Porcelain. I'm just gonna pop it on a flat-ended brush so that I have a bit more control. Put that on the lid. I find that it's quite a thick formula. I think it's doing a great job of camouflaging my red eyelids. I'm just bringing it up to the eyebrow and carving my brows out. Like, it's doing such a good job. I am in love with this concealer. I think I'm going to set that with some powder. Makeup Revolution Iconic Lights and Contour Pro Palette. This yellow powder here is great for setting your eyes. Swipe back and forth like window wiping motions. So I think most of these are going to be drugstore products. This palette was sent to me. This is a chocolate cherry I Heart Revolution palette, and you can see here the colours. They're really nice. I do want to actually use only mattes today, so I think I'm gonna go in with dark chocolate colour at the top here. It's the darkest colour I'm gonna use. I'm just using pat-in motions to kind of pat that pigment on, and I want it to be super dark and pigmented. And I'm kind of like creating like a semicircle on a towel or a wet wipe. Just gonna take some of that pigment off my brush. I'm just gonna go in and diffuse that line just by using really light circular motions. I kind of want to use some warm colours, so I'm gonna take an orange, kind of like muted orange here, a little bit of that pigment, and just go in with that colour and introducing that colour on that line. So this is what it's looking like at the moment. It's a nice smooth transition from the dark brown into the orange, and you're just going to keep doing that until you're happy with that. I'm going to use this, like, it's a yellow, kind of like orangey yellow. The same brush, I'm just gonna put that on the outsides of the orange, and then go in with the orange, finally reintroducing that brown colour. End up with something that looks like this. I've got a new product from Beauty Bay, the Melt Cosmetics. I've never heard of them ever, and this is my first time trying them. This is the Ultra Matte Gel Liner, and it comes in this really quite large pot, and what really drew me to it is that it looks really creamy, so I'm gonna give this a go and hopefully it'll blend out quite nicely on my eye. Also got a brush to go with it. This is the LA Girl Pro Brush in Angled Liner. Okay, and I'm just gonna start in like the middle and work outwards, and I'm gonna make it thicker on the outside. I'm gonna stop there, and I'm not gonna do a proper wing, and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do now. So I'm really impressed with that gel. I think it's super creamy and it went on my eyes really nicely. It looks like it's drying like a really nice matte. I'm gonna take like a really small brush like that that's got like sort of like a circular end to it. I'm gonna go in with a black eyeshadow. This is just from the Huda beauty palette because that's the only one I have right now. So I'm using that and it's called Black Truffle. Go back and forth and smoke that line out, and each time I'm gonna blow it out even more. I'm gonna go in again with that brown colour once I've smoked that out. Just reintroduce that over the top. Okay, so something I probably should have done earlier was do my brows properly. So this is the LA Girl Brow Pomade. This is also something I got from Beauty Bay. This is in the colour Soft Brown. It's a really nice like, taupe colour. I'm just going to use that to kind of create like a nice bottom line. I haven't used a brow pomade in like forever and I forgot how nice it is to use one. Like it really does clean up that line here. I'm going to just take out any fallout. I'm going to use the Ordinary High Spreadability Fluid Primer. It comes in this little bottle. It's actually really good. Pop that on my skin directly and I just got it all over me. Next, going to do something I haven't done before is put my concealer on before my foundation, because I find that if I put too much product underneath my eye, it really does bulk up in all my little lines. I'm gonna just use the LA Girl Concealer in Porcelain again, directly just pop that on my eye, like quite a lot of it. It's really like precise and quite easy to use because it's like a brush and a concealer in one. I think sometimes concealer underneath foundation really does make it a bit more flawless. I take my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Dual Airbrush Concealer Brush, and this has a really nice end to it that is really handy to like blend concealer out, so I'm going to just use that to blend it out. I'm going to take this kohl pencil, which I also got from Beauty Bay recently, the Wet n Wild kohl eyeliner, and go straight in and kind of like brush that really heavily underneath my eye. I kind of prefer the pencils when they're a bit blunt, if I'm going to be honest, because it's actually making my eyes water, it's so sharp. I'm going to take that colour that I used the black for, I'm just going to reuse it for that dark chocolate colour that I placed on the top of my lid. I'm just going to diffuse that line underneath. Take a nice fluffy brush here and just go in with that orange. By the way, this palette is called the NYX Ultimate Brights palette. I buff it underneath my eye. I'm going to take some of that yellow that we were using and then just make sure that's all blended out nicely. I'm going to stick on some lashes and I'll be back with you. I'll link these lashes down below, but they were from Amazon. I got a bulk of them for, I think it's like really cheap as well. I'm going to pop some mascara on. This is the Bad Girl Bang Lash and it's my favourite. I'm going to go in on the bottom lash as well. I'm getting into like quite dark eye looks these days. Also, I don't know if you guys know, but I released some makeup courses online. So if you want to know like how to do things in depth, like I explain quite a lot of things in the basics makeup course, and then I've also got a how to become a freelance makeup artist. I'll link those down in the description box as well. I think I'm going to go for a matte foundation. I mixed together the Nip and Fab foundation in the colour 20, and then I'm also going to use the oil-free matte CC cream or CC foundation from IT Cosmetics with the 40 SPF. It's so good. Yeah, I think that's a perfect colour. This like is what makes the look, I think. Like you spend so long looking at your blotchy red face and then you put foundation on and it's like the best thing ever. Add a tiny little bit of powder. The Bye Bye Pores Pressed Translucent Powder from IT Cosmetics. I use this a lot. I mostly need it for my forehead, to be honest, because it is very, very wrinkly. I'm going to grab my contour palette. This is the one I use, which is the iconic Light Sun Contour Pro from Makeup Revolution. Instead of like making it all snatched, I'm going to use like a big fluffy brush and kind of like use it in like a really slapdash way. just because like when you do dark eyes it always makes me look a lot paler than I am. I don't think my base makeup ever changes, like the amount of like products I put on my face changes, but like my base makeup really doesn't. Add a little bit of highlighter. I'm going to take this highlighter from Colourpop, and it's the Flexitarian colour. It is literally one of the nicest highlighters I own. A Morphe M510 brush, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that and pop it on my nose, on my cheeks. I'm going to like kind of go quite low with this highlighter. I'm going to take this lip pencil from Primark's range. It's what I really like about Primark is that it's all cruelty free. And this is the colour Toffee, and I'm just going to line my lips. That is them lined. I'm going for a Makeup Revolution lipstick. This is one of my favourite matte lipsticks. It's such a beautiful colour. It's like a pinky nude, and it's called Inclination. And I just love this. Just to give it like a bit of a three-dimensional effect, I'm going to grab a little bit of that concealer, that LA Girl concealer, and just grab a tiny bit on my finger and then pop it in the middle of my lip and at the top. Gives it a bit more of like a three-dimensional look. I don't know if I have a lot left of this, but this is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I'm just going to set it with that. Hair-wise, I'm probably just going to leave it how it is, to be honest. I'm already really late. So yeah, this is the final look. I've done like a matte sunset sort of smoky eye, and I'm really obsessed with this. I think it looks so beautiful. Let me know what you think about this look. I haven't done a look like this on my channel before. I'll link everything that you've seen, every product will be in the description box. And yeah, subscribe to my channel if you like my content, and I will see you in the next one.